Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Well, first of all, we want to welcome every single one of you that are coming here weekly, and congratulations for staying the course. We really, really, really appreciate that. But then at the end of the day, it will serve you well. And one thing, folks, that I want to recognize is Thanksgiving in the U.S. I want to just give a happy Thanksgiving weekend to the USA. Hopefully, you spend some good time with your families and so forth. And today, folks, what we want to do is we want to share with you a business venture that came across our lap about. It was in May, April actually, close to April, May in
It was
2023.
May. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, Tammy, kind of share a little bit of the story and how we began, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah. So Chris and I, we had a phone call from Joel. We were actually in Mexico. Do you remember that, Chris? And we came
Yes.
back to that message, and he said, we got something really big that's launched in April, and we learned about it in May, and that was what 2023. So he said, I'd love you guys to have a look at it. And we've known Joel for many, many years, like early 2000. We watched him grow in the online business, and we've been in the network marketing space for 26, 28 years, Chris 28. And when we looked at it, we thought, oh my gosh, this is huge. You know, when you're looking for that opportunity, that's blue ocean, that nobody knows about it yet, but it's going to be massive. This is it. And so, of course, we got excited and we came on board because it's a product that everybody uses anyways, and it was a true global opportunity. So through the presentation, Chris and I are going to talk a little bit about this story, and so you get to know more about it.
Absolutely. So we'd like to, first of all, welcome James from South Africa. Bashir, I believe you're from India. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see here.
Yeah.
We have LDC from Netherlands. This is so awesome. Welcome. Murray from Panama. Welcome. Great to have you here with us. Mark Stevens, welcome from Adio, USA. And we have Marian Leo. Welcome from the Netherlands. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see who else we have here. We have Kenya. Kania, I believe I'm pronouncing this correct. I hope I am. From India, welcome, welcome. And we have Video Avatar Solution. Welcome, great to have you with us. We have Rita. We have Michael from Cutler Bay, Florida. Oh, this is actually Earning Neck of the Woods. So, folks, what we want to share with you, it's an opportunity that can really empower your families with a wonderful opportunity. We've seen some massive growth, and especially what's coming with the new app of GotBackup that really, really simplifies everything. And it's just amazing how we're evolving. And it's really time to turn your dreams into reality. You know, every time I look at this slide, I look at the family on the far left, showing their house keys, and it's proud with the beautiful young girls. And again, this is what we want, right? And I know that today, with today's economy, things are not as obvious as they used to be. So creating another stream of income, especially today, is very important. What about taking a vacation where you want to, not where you can afford going? What about adding new members of the family? We understand today that even diapers and baby food, and it's just it's like buying gold. It's very, very, very expensive. So people have to budget how many kids they can afford having. Would not be nice if that wouldn't be an issue at all. The last picture on the far right, this is really important, folks. This is legacy. You know, you work your entire life. So eventually you can retire on the fruit of your labor and not having to work in a grocery store when you're mid 60s, mid 70s to be able to meet and, to have extra cash because you don't have enough savings saved from your investment from when you were thriving, because things have changed. Economy has changed. And GotBackup could be this opportunity that falls right into your lap that can fulfill that need.
Absolutely. And with GotBackup, we're all about empowering families. It's to help average people, which is Chris and I. We're average people who have made a decision years ago to come into this industry, but to help average people to get ahead in life, to be able to make those investments that Chris was talking about, which is extremely important, to have leverage, right? And to achieve your dreams.
And folks, the company began in 1997 in Gatineau, Quebec. This is when I met Joel. And I remember telling me that the fiber optic that was on the ground, which what it means for you and I users is only so many people that they can have at the same time using the service. And obviously that was not something that it could continue as they were evolving. So they moved to the United States, in Texas, to be more specific, and they bought a 10,000 square feet data center, which, by the way, is paid in full. This is a debt-free company. That's really, really important when you look at a company you're investing, putting your time into. Now, folks, let's look at a video that Joel shared with us that's going to give you an idea of what kind of product you're getting into and the service, and see a bit of the facility. So let's look at that.
Hey guys, welcome to the corporate office of GotBackup. Now everybody wants to know, are we super secure, and how do we offer such an amazing service at such a low price? So this is in our tech room, and what we're going to do is we're going to take you on a tour of our server room to show you just how secure it is, and we welcome you into the family. So let's go over to the server room. So the first thing I want to explain to you guys is that we're fully PCI compliant. For physical PCI compliance, what does that mean? It means we're allowed to physically store credit cards in our data center because we're uber secure. So we've passed all the tests for that, and we're legally allowed to store credit cards and your storage. So one of the first requirements for PCI compliance is you have to have 2 coded doors before you get into your server room. We also, as a company, like to have fun, so we call it Area 51. So anyway, I'm going to code this door with my back here so you guys can't see what the code is. Come in this way. This is a simple inventory room, guys. We build servers here and so forth. And then our second coded door is over here, okay? And so we have a coded door here as well to get into the server room. So here we are in the server room, guys. This is where all the magic happens. So a couple of things people ask. Joel, how secure is my data, and could you ever lose our data? So as an example, let's come here. It's impossible to lose your data, and here's why. If you look at this storage array, and we have, hundreds of storage arrays in here, there's 14 hard drives across this storage array. 4 of these hard drives could fail, which statistically never happens, but let's say it did. 4 of these hard drives need to fail before we start to lose some data. But guess what? We're not going to lose any data because this is striped to here. This whole rack of hard drives here is copied here. Just the same here. All these hard drives here are copied here. So there's not a single point of failure relative to your data. There's also no single point of failure in the server room. As an example, there's A power and B power. Every server is plugged into A power. Every server is plugged into B power. Also, relative to cooling of this room, if you come over here, you'll see we have 1, 2, 3, 4 air conditioners in this server room. So the air is never going to be a problem. The other thing as well is we're very, very efficient. If you look up at the ceiling, let's come back over here, you'll see vents up there, and the cold air is strategically placed in front of the servers here, so it sucks in all the cold air, and it goes over into the hot aisle behind this wall here. So very, very efficient server room as well. And finally, if God forbid there was ever a fire in this room, we have here what's called a fire suppression system. What this system does, it's just a bunch of electronics behind here, but we can open it up, okay, is if God forbid there was a fire, and in 25 years there's never been a fire, but it will snuff out all the oxygen in this room. If there's no oxygen, then the fire goes out, right? So we don't use water to destroy the equipment. So that's the basics of the server room. Super, super secure and super redundant relative to your data. So the other aspect to security is we use the exact same security as Amazon, as Google, as all the big players, Microsoft. It's patented security, it's military grade, 256-bit encryption security. So your stuff is very secure. So let's come out of the
So of course we can share with you, I'll share with you where you can find this video so you can watch the rest of it. Now we want to share with you here is 2 of the major global trends that we're into. As an investor or as a business entrepreneur, what's very important is to keep track on the indicators. Indicators are the different messages that are out there that are telling you, you know what, that's a good place to invest. That's a good time to invest. Okay, so let us share with you what we mean by these 2 global trends.
Yeah, so trend number 1 is data storage. Obviously, there's so many devices out there, from computers to laptops to, I mean, people have many devices, many phones, and there's a high demand of data storage because everybody is loading their stuff up. You know, back in the old days, I mean, everything was physical. Right now, everything is in devices. So there's a huge demand for an opportunity there.
Absolutely, Tammy. And you look at the percentage of global mobile traffic from 2011 to 2023, 6% to 60%. Look at the growth that happened in this time frame. Size of cloud storage market worldwide from 2022 to 2030, folks, 90 billions in revenue, close to $500 billion, folks. This is when you want to be in front of trends. Let's talk about the cell phone addictions.
Yeah. Actually, when I saw that trend, I'm like, oh my gosh, we got to be part of this. You don't want to miss that wave. So we all have our devices. We all have phones. We all have them attached to our hips. Even the kids today, they all have devices, and we use them for everything. As you can see, the percentages of people using their devices. Many use it as alarm clock. Many use it to get information. I'm constantly on there getting information. YouTube is my best friend when I'm wanting to learn something, and people are constantly, you know, taking pictures, family stuff, and just enjoying it. And how many times have you taken your phone to the bathroom? Be honest, you guys. How many times? Look at that, 73%.
You know what, Tammy? What's really interesting is I don't even use my credit cards anymore. I just use my phone and I tap, 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 tap.
Exactly.
And I'm telling you, at one point I was afraid to leave without it. Now, sometimes I forget my credit cards because I just don't think about them, but I have my phone. So this is how significant it's becoming. But there's also a downside to this, folks, is the data loss. It's a growing concern. You know, 45% of cell phones accidentally have damaged their phones, or the data has been lost. 5,700 screens are cracked every hour. And laptops and cell phone phones, unfortunately, they're getting stolen. We're dealing in an economy that some folks are getting desperate, and instead of finding a way to get more, they try to take it from others. But the downside of this is your data. This is your soul. You can't go back in time and get those again. Those pictures and videos, you cannot get them again. It is so precious. This is why the trend is growing.
Yeah. And how many times have you seen these messages? I mean, every time I have conversations with people, I talk about this, and they're saying, oh, it's funny you mentioned it because I just got this message. And then that's when I told them the value of the GotBackup business and the service itself. So yeah, we're going to stay tuned. We're going to show you the value.
Absolutely. And you know, the other trend, folks, is making more money. And the fact here is you don't necessarily have to work harder. It's to work smarter. See, 42% of American, and if you're focused on the North American market here, have side businesses. 62% Gen Z. These are our kids, 18 to 25. Well, my daughter's 26 now. She's passing that. But my point is, what about the rest of the world, folks? People are looking for ways to make extra money. But at the same time, they can't afford spending $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, even $500, maybe even $200. And this is what we're going to share with you. The price point is so attractive. You can leverage these global trends with GotBackup because of the price point and because of the use of the service. Let's talk a little bit about our basic core services, Tammy.
Absolutely. So we have a core product, which is the data storage. And then we have the VIP package, which is more designed for people who want to do business online, which is a lot of people today. So just sharing the core product, you get 6 terabytes of data storage, six accounts. What I mean by that is you have one account and you can have 6 members on one account to share the data storage. So it's an absolutely huge value for families, and unlimited devices. Each one of the family members has their own password, so they can't go into each other's stuff. So it's phenomenal. And all of that for $10 a month. But the best part, you guys, which really attracted Chris and I, obviously we love the idea of the value of the service. It's phenomenal, but it's the only network marketing company out there, home-based business out there, that pays you to tell other people about it.
This is huge. This is huge. This works on every devices you have, computers and iPhones and Android device, doesn't matter. Let's look at our competitors here. iCloud, Dropbox, Google Drive. They're all within the price range of $10 a month, an average of 2 terabytes that they provide. GotBackup, 3 times that for the same price. Let's talk about yearly. iCloud, Dropbox, and Google Drive again. Now, these prices could vary. Okay, so just don't hold me on the exact price, because I know that as competition increases, companies are starting to slash their prices and try to be a bit more competitive. But just bear with me. You're looking here at $630. Excuse me, $360. That's just my dyslexia. That Dropbox, $660, right? Google Drive, $216, right? And again, I think it's a whole lot more than that, depending on some of the perks that may be available or not. GotBackup, it's $100 for the year, which if you look at the math, if you do the math monthly, it's less than $8. It's $8 and change. 6 terabytes, folks. Remember that. 3 times the space. And stay tuned till the end, because I'm going to show you how it looks. It's really, really, really cool. Okay. So let's summarize, Tammy, on the benefits that we have here, and then we'll show a little video on how to install this stuff.
Yeah, and so many people, they spend money on getting the exterior to protect our phones, but the value is inside. It's everything that you put inside there. So 6 terabytes of data storage at $9.97 a month. It includes up to 6 people on one account, Android and iPhone apps. It's automatic set and forget. Once you set up your system, then everything's automatic from there. And you got a chance to learn a little bit about the security itself. And there's videos for you to go back and look at. You just got to get back to the person who introduced you to this session today.
Now, what I'm going to share with you here, folks, it's a small video that shows you how to install it on your cell phone. I'm seeing here, Bruce, that I think you're having, in your case, it might be long. Watch this video. It will answer all of your questions, folks. Watch the video. Let's pay attention to this.
Walkthrough of how to install your GotBackup app onto your mobile device. In this case, I'm using the Android Galaxy, but the process is the same also on an iPhone. So to download your app, there's 2 ways to do this. You can either come to the Play Store. On an iPhone, it's called just the App Store, and just search for GotBackup. And there it is. Or we could come to our members area and go to use this tool, and then you will see it here on your dashboard. So again, I'm using my Android device. So I'm going to go ahead and click this, and it's going to take me to my Google Play Store. If you're on an iPhone, it will take you to your App Store on your iPhone device. So I'm going to go ahead and install that. Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and open it. It's going to ask you to log into your account. Go ahead and allow all your notifications so it could let you know that everything's being uploaded properly, and go ahead and put in your unique ID. Once logged in, you will be asked to let GotBackup access your photos and videos on your mobile device. Select Allow. Without having to do anything, an Android upload folder was automatically created for me. Neat! If you are on an iPhone, the folder will be called iPhone Upload. Now, depending on how many photos and videos is on your device, your first backup might take some time. So it is highly recommended that your device is on a charger and is connected to Wi-Fi. It is a good idea to start your first backup in the evening and keep your GotBackup app open and let it back up overnight. One more thing I'd like to point out. If I tap on these 3 little lines on the top left corner and tap on Settings, you will see these 3 boxes under Monitor are automatically checked. Auto Upload will automatically upload all future photos and videos taken on your device to your GotBackup cloud. Camera Roll Upload will back up all existing photos and videos that are stored on your device to your GotBackup cloud. And Upload only on Wi-Fi will only back up your data while connected to Wi-Fi. If you have an unlimited data plan, you can uncheck this. So if I come to my gallery, I'm going to have a slew of pictures from over the years. This is actually Joel's phone, so if I come to my albums, I have almost 1,400 pictures. Alright, so if I come to my app, come back to my menu and click Transfers, You're going to see all my pictures now are uploading. Since this might be a large upload at first and I have a low battery, it's highly
attention,
recommended that
folks.
you plug into a power source. So I'm going to do that right now.
You plug it in and you leave it on a transfer.
All right, now that's finished. We can now see that our Android upload has all been categorized by what year these photos were taken. These were taken in 2021. And this was just recently. So that's pretty much it. Pretty easy, pretty straight.
As you can see, folks, it's a really straightforward step, and I'll show you exactly how it looks on the cloud in a minute here. What I want to walk you through, as Tammy mentioned, is the VIP package. These are people that really want to build a business. They want to share this within their community. VTuber is like your own YouTube channel. You can upload all your videos, and you can use the hyperlink. That's the links that you can copy and share this in your social media, in your friends and prospects and whatsoever. And the other one is a memory place. Imagine Christmas is coming or the holidays are coming and there's an event and you're putting an event together and you have access to the VIP. You can create a QR code or provide a link to your audience so they can upload all their pictures that they took from that event and you can share with your entire audience. Absolutely phenomenal. The other one is a personal promo link. Every time, every single one of you that start with your business, when you log into your back office, you have access to what we call a promo link to share with your social environment immediately. What if you would like to do your own personal video with your own personal brand and your own personal details? You can create your own with this tool, okay? And then you can provide the link, and that's going to be pointing to an email marketing, which is also part of your $997, the email marketing I'm talking about. But this VIP, it's an added feature. This one here is a custom domain. Instead of using a GotBackup domain, you can use your own. For example, I think mine is something like cloud, I forgot what it is anyway. Cloudspace.info, I think that's what I use for mine, right? So you can use you can use a different domain for yourself. And again, it's just a nice feature to have. Folks, this is the only cloud storage service that pays you, as Tammy said it earlier. So making money with GotBackup is really, really awesome. So Tammy, let's walk people through this.
Absolutely. So there's 7 ways of getting paid, and you can see 3 are highlighted because that's where we're going to do the focus. So when you introduce people, the CAB is a customer acquisition bonus. When you introduce people, you can go ahead, Chris, on the next slide. That's when people are interested in the business. You would get 200% if they come in on a monthly. If they come in annual, pay one time a year, they actually save a couple months of payments and you'll get 50% upfront. And 25% is when people order the extra stuff, the VIP package or anything that they're going to roll out in the future. You're going to have 25% on that. And you can see in the smaller letters on the bottom, customers only when you just build a customer base. These are people who are not members. They don't get paid. You'll get 25% on them on their initial sign up and every month. So you can go ahead and I can show some examples, Chris. Let's say, for example, you had 20 people that signed up, which is a quite simple thing to do when you're dealing with a $10 product. 200% of the subscription fee. So $20 times 20 people, it's $400 commission. And you're not limited to how many people you can bring into the company. So it's exciting. And then for the customers themselves, if you had 20 customers, example, 25% of the subscription fee, you can see the total there is $50. And that's ongoing every single month.
I totally agree. And this is absolutely awesome, Rita. I just love your comment. And what we want to share with you here, folks, is the remaining of the 7 ways we earn. Number 2 is what we call cycle earnings. Here's how this works. We have a 2-team structure. It's as simple as that. Direct referral, people you bring in. Indirect referral, it's someone that is above you sharing the same leg. Just as the person on the right side that it says direct that you brought in, well, the indirect referral, the one you don't know of, benefits from as you're benefiting from someone else's sponsoring. That's the power of building a 2-team tree. So let me tell you how does that benefit you on the cycle bonus. There is 2 tiers. There's tier 1 and tier 2. Tier 1 has a value and tier 2 has a bigger value. And these two tier will vary based on the company's profitability, and it's based on your rank. But what's very important for you to qualify for this is you need, first of all, to have your payment active. You're paying your $10 a month. And of course, the first time when you started, you pay your $20. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then your $10 a month for the service. Very inexpensive. Then number two, you need to enroll two people, one person on your left, one person on your right. The moment you do that, you are activating this bonus cycle. And now to earn, it needs to have a total of 6 people. It could be combined from the people you brought in and the people that they brought in, or the people that are above you that are happy to be sharing the same leg. It's a combination of all of that. The moment it sees that there is 4 bodies on one side and 2 on the other, it doesn't matter what side this happens, it generates a cycle. And as I mentioned, a cycle will vary based on the company's profitability in that month and based on your rank, which I'll come back to you in a moment. Number 3, this is really, really exciting, folks. It's called Cycle Match. The company rewards people that are supporting their enrollee. So when you sponsor someone, and if you give them direction and they understand what they need to do, they understand the compensation plan, they understand the details, what happens is they may perform better. And as they perform better, their income increases. And what I'm sharing with you here is the team bonus cycle match. So I just show you what the cycle bonus is all about. But you can earn a percentage of every single person you bring into GotBackup personally, from 25% to 100% on their matching cycle. If, let's say, you sponsor someone, and that someone I've cycled, I don't know, 50 times, well, you'll earn 25% of that. If that person turns around and cycles 500 times, you earn only 25. When I say only, it's because that's a lot of cycles. You could probably earn more than $1,000 from that person you sponsored, but you can't make more than $1,000 if you are limited to a Sapphire. And I'll show you what those ranks are in a moment. You need to move up to another rank, which is called Emerald. Then you move to 50%. Do you understand how this works? As you move up the ladder, do you see the potential? And I'm not saying you're going to make this income, folks. What I'm saying is this is a ladder of potential you have in doing the right activities in duplicating your business. That is very, very, very powerful. The other bonuses, folks, is based on the team growing. Generation bonus, folks, a lot of people don't understand that. But imagine you have a team and there's a very large team on one side. And the other side, you haven't really done much yet. But you got spillover and lots of people on one side. Well, based on your level, exactly what you qualify for the generational bonus, which starts from the goal level. And then think of Pac-Man, right? Some of you may not know what Pac-Man is. It's a little video game in the 80s. The point here is it's a little smiley face that comes in and eats the white dots. Well, the dots would be the $10. Every time there's a $10, it's 2.5%. Do you understand what that means? It's as this accumulates and accumulates and accumulates, thinking companies like Dropbox, who has over 800 million users. Do you see what I'm talking about here? With time and TLC, this is going to grow and grow and grow. Some of you that are seeing the vision here, this could be a massive bonus. Then we have generation compression, a dynamic compression bonus. That's like number 4, but that means you can go deeper in the tree. Rank bonus is as you move up in rank, you get a bonus just for reaching that rank and maintaining it. Isn't that cool? Leadership bonus, as you reach a certain rank, then you start getting leadership bonuses. These are all things that are absolutely awesome. Tell me, how do we get started and how do we keep this really simple?
Yeah, simplicity is what duplicates. So the moment you get started in the system, the first goal is obviously to register 2 people. So one on the left, one on the right. And then you go and register 2 more, one on the left, one on the right. And then you teach your people and continue doing that. Like I said, it's unlimited. Keep bringing people in because people need to know about these services. And all of that will duplicate within the organization. And the more you, focus on helping your team, the faster they grow and the faster you grow. And everybody wins. It's a win-win.
I totally agree. How do we get started?
$20. It's a one-time fee for a year. A fee for a year. And then after that, you decide, do I want to pay monthly? Do I want to pay yearly? Okay. So the $99.97, you actually save a couple months of payments. So you decide how you want to get started. Most people come in yearly. It's kind of like that set and forget, that one payment. And then every 12 months you have that $100.
Absolutely agree. And I know there is some question here, folks. I'll try to address them as we get to the end here. So what's going on here, folks? The VIP package, these are the prices. You're looking at $39.97 a month or $3.99 a year for all these different options. Again, these are optionals and we're highly, highly recommend it. Now, there's right now a contest that's going on, and it started in November. And right now we have 1 day left, 1.5 day left or so, right? So you can see the first place, second place, third place, fourth place, and fifth place is the same amount for the last 5 up to 10. These are added incentive that compensate you from your efforts on top of the income you earn from your genealogy. So this is again really cool. It's really generous from GotBackup for them to do that. Go ahead, Tammy.
So now we're opening. It's funny because every time we do a presentation, we have to replace this. 143 now. Last week it was 142, and it keeps growing, you guys. So Bahrain is now on the map, and super exciting that it's truly global. And there's nothing greater than building an online business where you have an opportunity to make money while you sleep. As you start building, when you wake up in the morning, you're going to see different markets in your business. It's a lot of fun.
I totally agree.
Yeah, the key is to get started. And one thing Chris and I always taught is build local. From your local market, you will go global.
And folks, we talked about ranks earlier. Well, bronze, that means you sponsor one person. Copper, this is the requirement that we talked about in duplicating. Is if every time someone can come into your business, they understand these two things. They have to sponsor one on the left, one on the right, and install their software. The moment you do that, you're creating duplication. And if this occurs, you will move up in ranks. If you recall, the goal level, I was mentioning, this is where the bonuses starts kicking in outside of the cycle bonus. Okay. And then as you get to platinum, you remember when I talk about tier 1 and tier 2, then tier 2, you get more money. So in other words, you do the exact same thing, but then you move from a gold to a platinum. And from there, you're almost doubling the value of your cycle. So you're making more money instantly. And then as a sapphire, do you recall as a sapphire, that's when you start getting matching check. That's the checks that occurs from the cycles from your personals. And as you get to emerald, ruby, diamonds, and above, that's when all the bonuses opens up to you. This is where it becomes very, very, very attractive. So if we can summarize this, Tammy, in less than a minute, that's the support that we have.
Absolutely. So you've got your personalized referral links, you've got your personalized landing page, email marketing system that's built into the back office system. You've got lots of marketing tools. You've got regular online presentations. You never want to miss out on Wednesday night. That is Joel, the CEO of the company. You want to make sure that you get on his presentations. Chris and I present. We've got many leaders that are presenting in different international languages and different markets. There's team trainings. There's a global platform training Chris and I do on Saturdays, unless the company's doing a major announcement, which was last week, which was awesome. And yeah, so you've got everything in place to succeed. It's just a matter of making a decision, hop on board, and let's get this going.
Absolutely. Folks, this is a product that everyone needs and a business that everyone can afford. Doesn't matter where you are in the world, folks. It is time to get started. Let's turn those dreams into reality, folks. And if you came in with the link that was provided to you, you just go to gotbackuplive.com and you just go ahead and sign up. It's really that simple. Let me share my screen with you here. Okay. So I like to recognize some of the folks that have done well in the past week. You can see here the top 10 monthly commission earned. You can see here that Joshua, David, Henry, and Chira, and Sydney, and Mark, and Fernando, Shira, and we have Fernando and Carlos. These are guys that are doing absolutely phenomenal. And these are the top 10 commission earned for that week, for the period of November 25th to December 1st. On the right-hand side, it's kind of the small hand of a clock. It goes a little slower. It just happens to be folks that are moving up into the all-time commission in the company. And I can see here that I think is the same as last week. So these guys are doing absolutely phenomenal. Congratulations to those top 10. And let's see here, the top 10 weekly sale generated. Okay, so these are the people that are constantly working their business. We have Joshua and David. Again, you can see here, obviously wider in the top, right? These guys are competing, those two here. We have Henry, we have Fernando, we have Garrett, we have Kesea, we have David, we have Roland and Mark and GotBackup Amazing Deal, which is here almost every week. Congratulations for that. These are the weekly lead generated. You know, when you send your link that is provided to you when you sign up, these are the links available here. We have Makir, we have Jury, that's number 2. Number 3, we have Rodney. Number 4, we have Scott. We have Seafreight. We have Fernando. We have Valdemir. We have Ori. We have Alexandra. And we have Michael here. This is absolutely phenomenal. Congratulations. Now, here's something I want to share with you very quickly. What's very, very important here, folks, is that you click on Use This Tool. Use this tool. And from there, this is what the video was showing you earlier. When you click on login to your cloud, okay, so it will actually bring up the apps for you to install. And I know there's a new launch that's being introduced right now with a new software with GotBackup. I'm going to show you that in a minute. It's really cool. So how it looks on the cloud now. But I really recommend you watch the video first if you've never done this before, and then do the install. So that way you'll be more prepared to follow the instructions. This is on the mobile devices. Very straightforward. Okay. As you can see, I use a lot of my data. I put a lot of stuff in there. Okay. Now, what's really interesting here is when you click on auto login, okay, it will take you to your cloud directly. And that's what it looks like right now. For example, over here, you got my computer backup. I have here this computer that I'm sharing through with you, that I'm talking to you through. This is the one that's backed up over here. Okay. And you can see the last backup was on November 28th at 6:16 a.m., which is this morning. This is my PC. That's the one that's behind me over here. Okay. And then here, these are my mobiles. So what's happening is these are all the pictures, my iPad mini, my iPhones. That was another backup that I did before, and I did another one again. I was doing some testing. And these are all the collaborated share files that I backed up on my cloud. This is so cool. It's so well organized, folks. So what's important to understand when you're looking at this venture is everything that's available to you. You go through here, and this is the VIP. These are all the modules I was telling you about, the memory place, the video streaming, and so forth. It's all here. This is all your business details, everything that's your commissions, all of this stuff, your direct affiliate, the people that you're sponsored. Let's see here. We have here, for example, the cash contest. This is the November cash contest we were showing you earlier. You click on that. You can see, we can look at the top 10. So you can see here, we have a day and 13 hours left, like a day and a half or so. And Joshua and David are the top 2. And we have Mark, number 3. We have Henry, number 4. We have Jeff, that's number 5. We have Chira with number 6. And Tara Hara, that's number 7. We have Kimberly, number 8. And we have Sydney, number 9. And Shira, number 10. So again, folks, these are the folks that are going to be earning the cash contest that's over here. So everything that's available here. Here's something else I want to share with you as we end. If I go in and I click on the Newcomb Plan rank, okay, when you click on this, what happens is it will show you the details, okay? It shows you what you need to reach the next the rank. But here's what's important. Remember we talked about the ranks? They're right here. Bronze, 1 person. Copper, sponsor 1 person on the left, 1 person on your right. Silver, you sponsor 2 people, 1 on the left, 1 on the right, but that means someone in your enrollment tree could be someone you brought in, or someone that was brought in by someone you brought in became copper. It counts that. And then for you to move up in ranks, look what's happening. It's just sponsoring a few more people. Here's the goal. 5 people, 2 on your left, 2 on your right. You need to have a total of 25 people, including your 5 that you brought in and their people. Okay. The other 25 here, that's the binary. Okay, there's an enrollment tree and a binary tree. If you don't know what that means, that's okay. We've done some video training. You can go back on your training and watch that. But here's what's going on. I need to have 1 copper and 3 separate enrollment line. So every time one person you sponsor 1 person, that's 1 line. Another person, that's another line. So they need to see that there is at least 3 people that hit copper. That means that they sponsor 1 on the left, 1 on the right. So I'm doing a quick little training here so you understand what it means to become a gold and how do you get to gold. To become a platinum, you just sponsored the double. You just turn around from 5 to 10. Again, this doesn't change. You need 2 on the left, 2 on your right. This is all the way down to crown to black diamond. But here's what happens. The difference here is now there's 40 people in your team. Why? Because now people are starting to duplicate. But look at this. There's one more copper that happens to be in one of those enrollment trees. Do you understand how this works, folks? At the end of the day, we have an incredible opportunity here that is going to pay you for telling others about a great service that everybody needs. Tammy, as we end, any last words?
Yeah, Michael asked a question at the bottom. I know there was some questions earlier. Some of them are geared towards training. So, but Michael, Chris, he asked if we join through the link that you just provided, what's the benefit?
Okay, the link I provided, it's a link that is designed for you to sign up with the affiliate link, the person invited you to this webinar. Okay, my recommendation, if you're not sure, get back with the person that invited you here to make sure that you are enrolled with the person that told you about it. This is how this works. Okay. I know there was other questions over here. Maybe we can address them. Let's see here. Holding tank. Okay. When you sponsor someone in GotBackup, they end up in a holding tank for the next 36 hours. What does that mean? Is if you log in to your business, when I was sharing my screen a moment ago. Okay. So let me go back to my screen. Okay. And let me go back here to, I lost my frame of thought here. Oh yeah. So if I go back to my business, I can't do this right now because I can't expose my downline, but you want to click on your downline. Okay. And this is where you're going to see, the person you're holding tank. And then you can place them on the left side, on the right side. You notice there's some gray circles. You click on one of them, and then you'll see the name of your sponsor. You click on that, and it will appear on the button on the actual circle you clicked on. And there's so many videos on our trainings you can watch in doing that. Let's see if there's any other questions here. Michael, do I get? Okay, let's see. What do you do, people? Okay, if someone is suspended and they happen to be on your leg, don't worry about these people. They just become transparent because one day they may want to reactivate. And if they reactivate, then you benefit from them. Why would you want to get rid of someone that could choose to reactivate at one point because now they see the light? So don't worry about the people that are suspended. The moment they reactivate, you start earning again from them. So instead of getting rid of them, I would try to explain to them what's going on. If they don't want to, don't worry about it. Just skip them. It's as simple as that. Let's see. Okay. I think we've covered mainly the main questions here. So folks, listen, we want to thank you for attending this session today. Tomorrow, Tammy and I are going to be doing a very, very, very important training on the mindset. It is such an important training, folks, because the reason why some people are successful or not successful, it's not necessarily because of your skills or because of your education. It is because of the way you think. And we want to share with you what Tammy and I have done over the years that have helped us to earn an extremely wonderful lifestyle income that gave us the capability to live in Florida in the winter and to live in Toronto, Canada, waterfront property. We've been doing this for the past 11 years, actually 12 years now, right? So, and there's so many more, but at the end of the day, it's not about the venting. It's to impress upon you that what you think about expands, and the way you think will have an impact in your results. And we want to talk to you about this tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock Eastern time. Do not miss this training. This is the kind of training that will feed your soul, that will help you understand the process. What I mean by feed your soul, I don't mean spiritually. I apologize for that. What I meant here is the details that are important for you to be aware of so you can focus on the right activities to live the life that you want to live opposed to the life that you have to live. Hopefully you'll be there. So have yourself a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll talk to you soon. And bye for now, everybody. Take care.